Good afternoon. This is Brian Split with Allendale on Tuesday, February 15th, 2011 with your closing commentary. It was a lot of Puke City today, had some sharply lower trade in the grains, and the corn market was actually able to recover a lot of the losses and only finish lightly lower today. But wheat and soybeans really had the brunt of the selling in the grain markets today. The March corn contract down 5 1/4 at 6.90 1/2. That was about a dime off of the low of 6.80 1/4, and 6.80 should be some good buying support. And we're going to continue to watch that 6.75 to 6.80 area. New crop corn down 16 cents today at 5.91 1/2. On the soybeans, old crop beans down 34 3/4 today in March at 13.68 last trade. 64 3/4 was the low there, so not much of a recovery off of the session lows late in the day. Novi beans down 32 3/4 at 13.32 3/4. On the nearby old crop soybeans, we're going to be watching that 13.50 area. We had some old highs up around 53 to 55. And some previous lows going into that January crop report of 55 as well. So that should be a good area of support. If that is violated, look out. On the wheat, old crop wheat, Chicago down 31 3/4 today at 8.40 1/2. That was also about a dime off of its lows like corn. And new crop July down 31 today at $9 even. And that March Chicago wheat should find good support around 8 1/4. And that's the area we're going to be watching to see if further bearish technical support is violated. And really the selling started this morning on the open, made our highs immediately, and we had a couple things of bearish news. There was a cancellation of old crop soybeans from an unknown buyer of 110,000 tons. So I think we could safely assume that that is probably China. And even though we are getting into that time of year where we can expect the business to start shifting to South America, this first actual cancellation usually does create a little storm of selling when we get the news. So we'll look to see if there's any further cancellations and really trade accordingly. As far as the wheat market is concerned, Australia did put out an estimate for their production this year that was a little bit better than what a lot of the market expectations were, so seen as bearish on that front as well. And again, today we had the wheat and the soybeans leading the way, and corn was a reluctant follower. But at these prices, we've got $7 corn, you've got $14 $14.50 soybeans, and wheat almost reaching $10 in the new crop, and almost hitting $9 in the old. We've got to assume that we're going to see profit taking, and the profit taking at these levels will be pretty drastic. But all in all, these markets are still holding support and are still trending higher, and we have to remember that. But looks like in the meat markets here today, we did have April hogs up 10 at 92.55. June was up 17 at 147. Pork cutout was up yesterday. Looks like the positive packer margins are seen as supportive, but we got to remember we are trading at a premium to the cash here in the futures, and it looks like many of the packers may have covered their needs for the week here, so we'll keep an eye on that. Cash hogs were down about $1. Looks like on the cattle, down lightly after an early rally. We did have the Feb fats down 15 at 109.05. April down 10 at 113.77. There is some talk that the show lists are declining for the cattle offered in Kansas and Nebraska, and we are seeing estimates that cash should be trading steady to higher from last week compared to 107 in Texas and 106 in Kansas. Those were last week's trades. There are no packer bids yet, but they are being offered right now at 109 is the current ask. And the trade will be eyeing the cattle on feed Friday, with trade expecting a little bit lower placements for the month of January here. As far as outside markets, stock market down a little bit here. Dow futures down 35, S&P futures down 2.5, NASDAQ futures down about a 1.5. And we did have crude oil make some new lows for this particular move. March down 49 cents today at 84.32. We are holding support. Today's low did come in right at what is 50% retracement of the August low to the January high. If we do violate that, the next 62% retracement comes in around 81.60. And on the continuous chart, we're going to see some good uptrend support, long-term uptrend support in that 82.50 to 83 area. So all points that we're going to want to watch there. As far as metals, gold up about $9 today, silver up 16 cents. Copper got smoked, down about $9, and may have carved out a key reversal to the downside, so we're going to look for some potential further weakness in that market. Cotton up about 5 cents today in May, and up about 2 cents today in new crop, so a little bit of a recovery after yesterday's selling. But that's the recap of today's trade. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 1-800-2-MARKET. That's 1-800-262-7538. You can also look at our research online at www.allendale-inc.com. And good luck trading to you the rest of the week. Thank you.